Hey guys, welcome back to the OHA. Jason here in the Forge. Just wanted to do a quick hobby vlog, catch up, do a little bit of a recap. Kind of dropped the ball last week with Council of the Wise. There's lots going on. It was an absolutely fantastic time, so hats off to Derek. I'm going to touch on that more in tomorrow's episode of PMP. But I wanted to get up, do a hobby vlog. Been a lot going on in the Forge this week. A lot going on OHA-wise. OHA George has also been working on a lot of stuff. Kind of nice to see a change of pace, especially for George. Get to see him posting up some, photographs of miniatures and painting and things like that, working on some of his own stuff instead of working on terrain for the group. So pumped for that. I know the boys are going to be meeting up tomorrow in London for a games night. Working on possibly maybe getting a bat rep out of that. Don't know. Pressure's on to George now. He's got to get her filmed and get her up. So looking forward to seeing that come through, which will be great. It's been a busy week in the Forge. If you're following along on Instagram and Facebook, I am in the process of soaking and brushing down 24 Iron Foot. This will fill out my rank and file. So that will give me a total of 4 warbands, 4 full warbands. I've got the odd Matic and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the Matic personally, but lovely model, great, just don't enjoy using them, so I didn't invest heavily in them. So at this point, my Iron Hills force is sitting at 4 warbands, 4 captains, 4 banners, 9 crossbowmen, 12 goat riders, Dane, a ballista, and a chariot. So I'm pretty content with that. I think at this point there's been a lot of work going into them this week. I don't know if that will show, but there's 3 more goats, as well as something I picked up at Council of the Wise. I actually ran him in the list for Council of the Wise, so I had Thorin leading 6 Ironfoot, and I actually really enjoyed the combo of Thorin and Dane. Working each flank. It worked out really good. So I got this guy assembled here, the Matic captain, the other banner, and I decided to put the shield on his back. The 9 crossbowmen are assembled. So if you've been following along, you'll know that I've been on a big push to finish out these Iron Hills. I want them done and finished. Had some discussions with George with respect to maybe getting, see if I can get that straight. Maybe getting a large, whether it's 1,000 point. I'd love to do more than 1,000 points even of Gundabad versus Iron Hills. He has an amazing Gundabad collection, so I want to get all this stuff painted. My chariot is about 3/4 of the way painted. The remainder of my goat riders are about 3/4 of the way painted. So I'm going to finish those out, get all these assembled, all these primed, and then that is going to be the winter project. I really want to get these done. And at the end of it, when all is said and done, I think it's about 1,700 points. Maybe a little more. I'd have to do the math on that. But anyways, I think I'm good. 1,700 points of Iron Hills. I can't see needing anything more than that. So that will be them done. That'll be me done. Pardon me, for the Iron Hills, as far as collection-wise, unless, of course, Forge World is kind enough to drop some other releases. I certainly would love to see sword packs, whether they do it in a similar fashion to what they're doing with the Gundabads. But, I would certainly love to be able to, maybe save that point and have a rank of sword and shield in the front with spear in the back supporting. It would be handy for tournaments to save some points and squeeze in a little more with the Iron Hills. But in all honesty, it was clear that they were always designed to fight with their spears. So I've got no problem having an entire rank and file of the spears. So really excited to get something dramatic on the table there. I think seeing 4 warbands of Ironfoot coming down a hill would be pretty epic. So looking forward to that. But that's sort of the hobby update for SBG. I have been working on a Witch King a little bit. just so you guys don't think that all I work on is good. And there's some other little projects going on, but that is it, SBG related. Really happy with the progress this week. The bath that the guys are in, this is the first time that I had models as far as infantry from Forge World come, and they were very heavily coated in the mold release. So I've been told by a number of people online that it's possible they were the first cast out of that mold, which is cool. But obviously cleanup now is required. So they're soaking. I've scrubbed them a couple times. I'm gonna let them soak again. I'll scrub them again and then give them a nice rinse in some warm water, and then I can start going at them. I think for these two, the first two warbands that I did for the Iron Hills, I assembled, primed, and painted. And I think this round I'm actually going to try the sub-assembly method. I'm going to keep them on the sprue, prime them, and go through and do them that way and see how they come out. I've done it with a couple other miniatures before, and I was on the fence as to the outcome. Obviously you've got some touch-up work that you got to do once you do end up cutting things away from the sprue. Particularly in this case, the biggest one for that is going to be the shield for the Iron Hills. The rest of them not too bad, as the sprue is basically at the bottom of the feet. Same with the spears, bottom up, right? So I'm going to give the sub-assembly process a try, and I'll be sure to throw some videos up and let you guys know how that goes. But I'm thinking, I know from the first two that I painted, there was definitely some tight spots with, between the shield, the spear. Getting in was a little difficult for some of them. So would really love to find an easier way to do that, just in time to finish the army out and never have to worry about it again. But I'll take you guys along for the ride on that and show you my thought process and sort of where I go from there. So that's it for the update from the Forge for this week. That's all I've got. I will try to post another hobby vlog up this weekend, hoping to get some time in and get some more progress done on these guys, and I will be sure to let you guys follow along from afar. So this is OHA Jason, just a quick video tonight, take you through what I've been doing in the Forge. This is me done. See ya. Adios. Thanks for joining me.